So we're essentially repurposing people's social media handles and phone numbers into the modern day coupon code. So we're entirely platform agnostic. People are free to refer their friends to places they love on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, TikTok, even YouTube. As long as there's a unique identifier to somebody's profile, they're free to refer their friends anywhere.
Hey folks, welcome to First Cheque Portfolio Shots. My name is Tejas and this is a series where we speak to founders of our portfolio companies so that you get to know the team, understand what they're building and the problem they're trying to solve. If you like the content that we've been putting out, do like, share and subscribe so that we can reach more founders and startup enthusiasts like you. Today's very special guest is Shiv Ganesh, founder of Kaching. Word of mouth is un-trackable. 80% of an offline store's discovery and new footfall comes through referrals, and Kaching has built a breakthrough seamless solution to address it. Kaching helps physical establishment launch a simple referral program. I had a really interesting conversation with Shiv, and it was really great to learn about their culture and their plans for the future. Stick around till the end of the episode to learn more.
Hi Shiv, it's great to have you here. How are you?
Thanks, man. Hey, Tejas. Finally got the invite to be on Portfolio Shots. Very proud, very happy.
Awesome. So yeah, let's get started. So my first question for you today is that what problem are you solving as a founder and what problem is Kaching solving as a startup? Can you tell us about that?
Awesome. So word of mouth is what businesses rely on to get more business. 70-80% of an offline store's footfall is driven by recommendations made by their existing customers. E-commerce companies, apps, companies like Dropbox, Uber, and Airbnb are the poster children of referral programs that work really well. And this has been going on for the last, 30 plus years over e-commerce, over apps, etc. Even though, 70% of offline, even though 70% of transactions happen offline, there unfortunately isn't a neat way for stores to track and reward the customers that are driving new business to them. So Kaching is solving for that opportunity where we go to stores, offline stores, and we say, hey, offline store, restaurant, retailer, etc. What you need and it's the only thing you should ever invest in is actually a referral program. It's a dead simple way for you to reward Tejas for referring Shiv to your store. And when Shiv knows that these incentives are in place, Shiv is going to refer 100 more Tejases who are part of his friend circle to your store as long as he had a great experience. And it's technically the only marketing stores ever need. And we are the first company that's powering a solution for them in the offline world. The good thing here is that there's enough precedent set in the e-commerce space. Companies like Rakuten, CJ.com, Share a Sale, Awin, etc. are some of the behemoths that power this for your favorite D2C companies. So if you've ever seen, on the bottom, refer your friends, they generate a unique link. Your friends can shop using that link. There's actually a company that's powering that. So what we're doing is taking that and building it for the offline space so that billions of dollars worth of GMV can potentially flow through us for stores.
Amazing, Shiv. That's simply amazing. So that brings me to my next question. So you told us about the problem. Can you tell us about the solution? What exactly Kaching is building and how you planning to solve this problem in the future?
Awesome. So we want to keep it as easy as possible. There is no way Tejas is going to generate a unique link, share that with me. I go show a link at a store. Never going to happen. How we've devised the solution is essentially, remember when you go to a restaurant, once you're done with your meal, at the end, they give you a feedback form. And at the bottom of the feedback form, they ask you one question, which is, how did you hear about us? Newspaper, TV, radio, referral, friends and family, essentially. We're taking that last question and we're putting it at the forefront at a store and we're building $1 billion company out of it. And here's how that happens. If Tejas has referred Shiv to a store, Shiv simply walks into the store. And when I'm there, I'm shown one of these in-store marketing assets where it basically says, show us the Instagram profile of who referred you here and get a complimentary dish or a complimentary gift. The person who referred you gets a surprise reward as well. That's it. I open up my Twitter profile. I open up my Twitter. I search for Tejas. I find your profile and I simply show your profile to the staff. It's the equivalent of me saying, I've been sent here by Tejas. And we give a scanner to the store. The scanner is a software app that stays on their phones. And they simply scan my phone with Tejas's profile open. They simply scan it as a way to attribute my visit to Tejas. The minute they scan it, that's it. The only thing that the scanner is looking for is at Tejas.04, which could be your Twitter profile. So Tejas.04 is now the offline coupon code. It's unique, it's non-repeatable, it's not duplicatable because there's only one Tejas.04 in the whole entire world. So we're essentially repurposing people's social media handles and phone numbers into the modern day coupon code. So we're entirely platform agnostic. People are free to refer their friends to places they love on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, TikTok, even YouTube. As long as there's a unique identifier to somebody's profile, they're free to refer their friends anywhere. So unfortunately, Facebook is the only social media platform we don't support. But otherwise, folks are good to go. And this is our solution. We sell the scanner to stores, and stores can track all the sales driven, who their top referrers are, how much money they've made through referrals, etc., on a dashboard that we provide for that.
That's good stuff, Shiv. Really interesting. So can you tell us about the progress you've made so far at Kaching?
Cool. So same time, 2021, we raised a 2 CR round. This was from the founders of Swiggy, IndiaMart, Bounce. Of course, First Check was one of the participants, Rocket Lane, Jar, etc. So unfortunately, all through 2021, we were still back in lockdown. So we had about 6 months worth of time where we've been live as a company with the product. We're in 140 stores today. We just closed another 80. So hopefully in Feb, plus 80, another 175. So we should be in 350 stores by the end of Feb. Across 350 stores, across 140 stores today, my bad. The average store makes 2.5 lakh rupees a month in revenue generated through referrals. So if you're a restaurant that's part of Kaching, let's say you have this place called Tiki Taco, that's a bar in Chennai, you make 2.5 lakh rupees a month from referrals A. It comes across about 100, 120 referrals a month. So you as a bar just made another 2.5 lakh rupees thanks to referrals, which has been made possible by the Kaching Referral Program. And we see some similar data being tracked through the rest of the stores as well. We're in about 40 odd F&B outlets and another 110 retail outlets today, as of today. And the whole plan for Kaching is to keep scaling that number as we grow.
That is some amazing progress, and I hope you grow even more. Awesome.
Sure.
So my next question is, how did you and your co-founders meet, and what is the work culture at Kaching like, and why would a potential candidate join your company?
Awesome. So my co-founder is my best friend from high school. Her name is Vijh. I unfortunately dropped out of college when I was 18 in my first semester to come out and build Kaching. Vijh, thankfully, is the educated one in the company. She has a master's in international business from Singapore. And we met in high school. She was my essentially benchmate from class. And then we did a bunch of stuff together. As I dropped out of college, she obviously didn't drop out of college. And this is the second iteration of Kaching. So for the first almost 3.5 odd years, we were building all kinds of stuff. We had a consumer app that was a deals app under the same name. We gave you deals from restaurants and bars in town for free. Then we pivoted from that solution. We were building tech for malls and cities through something called a treasure hunt. And then more on that later. People can look us up on YouTube and you'll figure what the history of the company has been like. So all through that, Vijh has essentially been a chief of staff kind of role within Kaching. And then she was leading a lot of our efforts as we were building the app, as we were building treasure hunts. We were in a small agency for a while doing some creative stuff up until 2021 when we pivoted all of that together because we knew we had that aha moment and said, solving for word of mouth is $1 billion opportunity. Cool. And that's when, as we were raising the round, they told us that, hey, a solo founder doesn't look really good on you. Why don't you elevate somebody to co-founder within your team? And it was a no-brainer because Vijh has been a co-founder from day zero. And then we did that. Vijh is now a co-founder as part of the company.
Amazing, amazing. So you mentioned the aha moment. That is my next question. So every startup founder, every startup has that one real moment where they feel that, yes, I'm building something cool. So can you tell us about that moment?
Awesome. So technically what I've told you so far is our boring B2B SaaS business where we have very interesting software. We sell that to stores and stores are very happy because they make lakhs a month in additional revenue through referrals. All right. But remember here that as part of running the referral program, and it actually took us some time to realize this, that we're not in the B2B business. Okay. When we run the referral program at stores, we actually identify a really key data set. We're able to figure out which all Tejases are referring customers to stores. Therefore, Kaching gets to know when we look into our dashboard that Tejas at Tejas.04 has referred 7 customers this month to stores in Chennai. Therefore, we know what your sphere of influence is. We know that you've actually driven sales worth 34,000 to offline stores in a city. All right. So we're able to identify 100,000, 5,000 such stages every single month, which essentially means every time a referral transaction happens, I know who is behind that referral. So we process a referral reward to these people. On behalf of the store, if Tejas has referred, 4,000 rupees worth of business to a store, Tejas gets rupees 200 as a thank you from the store for referring business to the store. It's actually a surprise reward. Tejas has no idea it's coming his way. All right. So When we process that reward, we ping Tejas and ask him for his UPI handle, along with his phone number and along with his social media handle. As long as we have that as part of our repertoire, that becomes our Kaching network. We're able to leverage Tejas and promote anything under the sun the week after, 10 days from there, right? We're able to work with D2C brands, apps, other companies that are online, and we use our network to serve as a launch pad or a growth pad, where we use the power of our network, which is today about 6,000 Tejases. We use the power of our network. These are regular people like you and me, micro influencers, people who have 1,200 followers on social media, etc. So we use that network and we promote these brands and apps in a local geography. This aha moment came when we realized, we had all of these people. During lockdown, our offline stores was shut, right? We were not making any money from them, and it didn't feel right to charge our stores either. So what Vidya discovered as part of this was, dude, we're sitting on all these micro influencers. Why don't we use these guys to promote anything we want and charge companies for it? We realized, we went back to our database, we were scrolling through, and we realized we had 1,400, 1,500 odd people as part of the network. So we used that network. We partnered with a few apps, and for those apps, the pitch was 2 lines and 20 emails. We said, hey, we have a very large micro influencer network in Chennai. We'd love to use that as the launch pad to launch your app in the city. First, we worked with Snapchat, then we worked with Jar. We worked with a couple dozen D2C brands since, and we were able to lower their CAC by a fourth, etc. What we realized was we're not in the B2B business at all. We're in the distribution business. So essentially, the more stores we're in, the bigger our network becomes, and we're able to promote any company we want under the sun, as long as our network becomes bigger. So that was essentially the aha moment. It was the McDonald's is not in the burger business; it's in the real estate business moment for us.
Amazing, Shiv, amazing. I think our audience would love to hear your interview, and it was really nice having you here. And thanks a lot, Shiv. It was really nice listening to you and talking to you for me as well. And yeah, thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Tejas. Hey, thanks so much for asking really good questions. And I think everybody on the First Cheque Portfolio should be part of this as well. It's really neat. In fact, I'm going to save the recording, send it internally into the team so that they know, okay, cool, what's the full plan beyond just what's on the deck.
Awesome. Thank you, Shiv.
Yeah.